morning. It is March 23rd. It's a Thursday, and right now I'm on my way to work. I'm going to pick up a energy drink at the gas station, and I'm going to talk about intermittent fasting. So watch the video and enjoy.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Alright, so I just finished the gym. Oh my gosh. And I did a leg day. So I did 4 sets of 5 reps at 245 pounds, and then on the last set, which I struggled a bit but I still got it up, was 250 pounds for 5. What the heck? Only in Middletown. So anyway, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was going to be about intermittent fasting, and that's what I'm going to get to. Yeah, it's 3:22 in the afternoon. I worked out on an empty stomach, and this will, I guess, open up the whole intermittent fasting thing. You're probably watching and asking or wondering, what is intermittent fasting? And if you've heard of intermittent fasting before, it basically is a eating pattern which alternates between an eating period and also a fasting period. Now, the most common method or approach is the 16-hour fast and the 8-hour eating period. There are other patterns such as the 5-to-2 ratio and also the 24-hour fast, but I'm going to speak on the method that I use, which is the 16-hour fast and the 8-hour eating window. So the objective of intermittent fasting is fat loss. When you're fasting for 16 hours, your body is digging into your fat cells to have your body function. Now, this doesn't mean that you can just go out and eat whatever you want. You still have to make healthier choices. However, it makes staying on a diet so much easier because getting to eat the majority of your calories later on through the day. For example, I skip breakfast. My first meal usually doesn't happen, or I don't eat my first meal maybe 6 hours after I wake up. So that could vary between 2, 3, or 4 in the afternoon. Right now it's 3:30 and I'm still haven't eaten anything. So that means, since I haven't eaten anything, I have 2,100 calories from the first meal, which is probably gonna be around 4 o'clock, 8 hours to midnight. So 4 plus 8 hours is gonna be till midnight. Now, usually I won't eat that late. Usually I have a lot of big meals, probably like 800 to 1,000 calories each meal, or depending on how I feel. I like to save the majority of my calories and my macros at the end of the night, because that's when I start feeling hungry and getting cravings. So I'd rather eat and stay in my caloric expenditure than starve myself, go to sleep hungry, and wait until morning to eat breakfast or whatever. So to better explain this intermittent fasting process that I've used, not just now but also last year, and it helped a lot, I'll wake up. Usually I'm hungry. What I do is I drink a lot of water, probably 2 to 3 water bottles throughout the day, throughout the first 2 hours that I'm awake. Then that kind of suppresses my hunger. I don't really feel hungry or the need to eat. Around 4 hours after I wake up, that's when I'm really getting hungry and water isn't really helping. So what I'll have is an energy drink, like the one that I bought this morning, and since those energy drinks have caffeine in them, it'll suppress hunger. So you're probably watching this and thinking, well, I've heard that if you skip breakfast, that's not good for your health, or breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, I did some research and I found out that there's no clear evidence that breakfast is going to jumpstart your metabolism or it does any health benefits at all. Breakfast is just something optional. You really don't have to eat it. I know a lot of adults, they just wake up, they have their coffee, and then they go to work. So I finally got home. I'm gonna eat my first meal and I'm gonna continue talking about this subject. I'm gonna give you some information on the research that I found and why intermittent fasting is good and why sometimes it's bad. Okay, so before we continue talking about intermittent fasting, I just want to take a quick moment and say thank you to the people who've shown support on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, liking, sharing my posts on Facebook, watching these YouTube videos. It really means a lot to me, so thank you. If you could just continue doing that, liking and sharing my posts and my videos, it would really help my channel grow as well as my Facebook page grow. So once again, thank you. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you cycle between periods of eating and fasting. Now, as humans, we fast every day. It is usually the period from our last meal at night, which is dinner, up until our first meal of the next day, which is breakfast. And that period can vary on when you have dinner and breakfast, and also on how much sleep you get during the day. Now, with the fasting period, no food is allowed during this time, obviously, but you can drink water, coffee, and tea. Now, I like to just stick to water and coffee. Tea isn't really my thing, but when I do have coffee, it's usually with no milk or no cream, and also I use a 0-calorie sweetener like Splenda or stevia. You could also choose another non-caloric beverage such as a Coke Zero or a 0-calorie Gatorade, whatever is your preference. Typically, if I do choose something other than water, coffee, or tea, it's going to be the White Monster. It's a zero sugar, 0-calorie drink, and it tastes great. I highly recommend it, so go ahead and try it out for yourself. So with the benefits of intermittent fasting, I'll talk about some that I've experienced in my personal life. When I'm in this fasting period and I'm awake, especially at work, I feel so concentrated and just focused on the task at hand. So that's just one of the benefits I've noticed. As you can read, there's metabolic health benefits. There's also evidence that suggests intermittent fasting can help you live longer. It can help protect against the diseases you see on there. I'll go ahead and leave the link under the description box so you guys can go check it out. So if you're still watching, you might think this guy's crazy. Obviously, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, it's 2017, and a lot of studies have gone into seeing if breakfast is really as important as it is talked about. Now, if you're reading, the evidence is clear. There's nothing special about breakfast. Breakfast does not jumpstart your metabolism, some people might think, and skipping it does not automatically make you overeat or gain weight. So this myth is based on observational studies that have since been proven wrong in randomized controlled trials. As we can see in the next slide here, there was a 4-month-long study that compared recommendations to eat or skip breakfast in 309 men and women. And after the 4 months were over, there was no difference in weight between the two groups that chose to eat breakfast or skip it. There's also one study that shows that if you skip breakfast, you can reduce your overall caloric intake by up to 400 calories per day. And when it comes to losing fat, the more you are in a caloric deficit, so if you're under your maintenance calories, for example, my maintenance calories each day to stay the same weight is 2,640. If I am at 500 calories under that number, I will lose 1 pound of body fat each week. So 500 calories each day for 1 week will equal to 3,500 calories a week. And 1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the vlog.
Welcome. Have you scanned?
Good. Last night, I didn't go to sleep until 5 in the morning, and then I woke up at 9, and I felt like I got a full 8 hours of sleep. I didn't yawn. I didn't feel tired at all until probably when we were driving up here to Newark. And like, this hasn't happened. This has happened like a lot of times before, where I go through a period of time where I don't need a lot of sleep. I'll just get 4 or 3 hours of sleep and then be fine for like a week. But then there's times where I can't wake up, or I can't stay up late. So I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna move over here where the light is, since we're watching Breaking Bad. So for this whole thing of ice cream, we have 280 calories. There's 4 servings, so that's 70 calories a serving. Per 1 serving, there's a total of 2 grams of fat, 12 carb, 6 grams of protein. So we're gonna go ahead and taste this, and while we watch some Breaking Bad, like I said, I'm about to finish the season. If you guys haven't watched it, highly recommend it. Yes. So I'll see you. How's yours?
Really good.
Good.
Finding out about everything. Isn't this what you've been working for?
This is so good. Like, just so good. Last time I got what'd I get? I got cookies and cream and I hated it. But this oatmeal cookie, hands down. Right? Way better than yours.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.